Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue Year 7 with our Quebec City Ace Nordiques. We're up here at the trade deadline with a pretty respectable record, 36, 17, and 8. But you know what? In the last video, I was suggesting that we go out and we get a better second-line center for the rest of the regular season, the playoff run, and for the future, for the next, 2-3 years. And for the most part, you guys were agreeing with me. Let me just show you guys quickly. Just because, Shore and the second line, they're getting the same amount of points that they have for the last few years, but they're all minus players, and I don't like that. And Shore, as an 83 overall two-way forward, on a perfect team, this guy would be great as a third-line center, right? 83 overall for a second-line center. It's not horrible, but I think we can upgrade. We can get something better in there. I'll just show you guys these individual stats. See what I mean about, they're still going to get that 50 points that they've been getting for the last few years, but 2 years now they've been plus players. This year, for some reason, -1, right? With all those goals, that's a lot of help in the plus category, so they must be having a lot of goals go in on the minus category to bring them back down to that low, right? McCallick, he's a +4, right? So it's decent, but still, the second line was a lot better in years past when it comes to defensively. -3 for Peter Mueller. So that's why I was thinking upgrade for the second line center, and that would help out your second line center for the PK. It would solve that issue. You wouldn't have to have Clifford out there. Get somebody who's pretty much devoted to a penalty kill, right, with Jonathan Huberdeau. And it would help out offensively, and you can move Shore down to that third line, which would help out the third line, and Matthias down to the fourth line, which would upgrade the fourth line. Terrell would be the guy out. All right, so I think this is a great move for our team. I think we should try it out. So, in the last video, I gave you guys two players that you could choose from, Casey Cizikas and, what was his name, Ryan O'Reilly, right? Both pretty similar, except for the contracts. Now, I'll just quickly go into it. I had my eye on Casey Cizikas, just because in the offensive category, he's slightly better. And because this is a second-line center, I would like to have somebody as a little bit better offensively. Now, Cizikas, he's got 3 years left at 6.3, which is not as good as Ryan O'Reilly's 1 year at 5.140. But we can easily afford that for another 2 years after this year, right? Guys like McCallick and Mueller are on the way out. We can definitely afford that. So the salary's not an issue with this trade, okay? It's just about the individuals, the team, the trade value, all that stuff. So why I had my eye on Casey Cizikas, his individual stats, not that much different from Ryan O'Reilly, but if you take a look at just the top 3 categories, shooting, puck skills, and senses, Casey Cizikas is a 1 better in the shooting category. He's got 4.5 star, 4.5 star, 4 star. You take a look at Ryan O'Reilly, 4 star, 4.5 star, 4 star. So his shooting is slightly worse. And when I say slightly, I really mean slightly, okay? Cizikas has that 1 slap shot power up there at 91, but that could mean all the difference. Now, I know that Ryan O'Reilly has a slightly better defensive category. Actually, no, he doesn't, because Cizikas has 88, 80, 87, 95, and Ryan O'Reilly's got 88, 80, 89, 89, so the 95 kind of makes up for the shot block. You can make an argument either way, right? But I think I want to try for Casey Cizikas, so we'll try making this trade. So, cap space available, $9 million, which is fine, but I don't think I'm trading away any of these players that I want to, right? So let me just go through my team and figure out which players actually have some trade value here. So you got Jonathan Huberdeau, Mueller, Shore. See what I mean about that? I could add Shore to this deal, right? Make it a straight-up trade, but then we lose Shore and we can't put him in the third-line center role, right? That's a trade that I wouldn't want to do because you're making a big change right there. I want to keep Shore. He's a good little player. So Shore's not going anywhere. Mueller, same thing. I don't want to break that second line up. Matthias Cogliano looks like he's got a little bit of trade value, so I'll add him. Terrell as well, right? Because Terrell would be, I'll just put him there for now. Yeah, because Terrell would be the guy who gets sit, so it's okay, right? He can be traded away. Negrin, McNeil. No, they really don't have any trade value. I'm looking for any kind of trade value with the green name. So Clifford, he'd be one as well, but he's got to stay. Mantha, Henriksen, these guys aren't going anywhere. Greening, they don't want him, so I'm not even going to try that. Biggs, Hayes. Biggs got some trade value, I guess. I'll put him up there. Defenseman, Kapitanov, Ekblad, Riley, Myers, Kulikov, Reinhart. All right, Griffin Reinhart might be somebody that we trade away here. I know you guys were saying that. I know you guys are probably saying, no, don't trade him away, but he's 26 years old. He's not going to get any better. He's probably capped off. I know his defensive category is pretty good down there. Defensive awareness, 90, shot blocking, 85, 89. But his poise is only 65, Every other category except for shooting and defense is like 3-star basically. Puck skills, senses, physical, right? His overall is jacked up by the fact that his slap shot and wrist shot power are way up there, and his defensive awareness, shot blocking, and stick checking is way up there. Everything else reads like a below average NHL player. He's not fast, he's not physical, he doesn't have good puck skills, low poise, low offensive awareness, right? We can find better defensemen than this, and he's not getting any better. Next year he's going to hit 27, so he'll be done growing, right? So yeah, I'll give up Griffin Reinhart in this deal. Okay, and then goalies. See, I could trade away Markstrom or Lack, but no, I got to hold on to them, all right? There are goalies. See, that's about it. And then I have the draft picks that I could trade away. Okay, so let me just see if this would maybe go through. At least we can trade away a bunch of players to the Islanders and not ask for players back, so that's good. There's no way that'll go through. There's no way. I'm going to have to add a first-round pick. That could still not go through. Might have to add, let's see. Might have to add, yeah, the next year's has more trade value. Might have to do that instead. All right, let's try it out, though, okay? So a first-round pick this year, Griffin Reinhart, Biggs, Terrell, and Cogliano for Casey Cizikas. Will it go through? No, it didn't. All right, so not even a chance going through. Damn, that's going to be a lot. All right, so let's add the first-round pick for next year, which actually, that's some good trade value of Casey Cizikas right there. Griffin Reinhart, yeah, that's good. Biggs, I don't need, right? I don't need Biggs. Hang on. No, I don't need Biggs. He can go. Well, you know what? No, he can go away. Yeah, he can go away. Cogliano, Terrell. Just trying to think. What are my depth forwards for the playoffs? I got Barkov, and yeah, you know what? It's the young guns' turn to shine in the playoffs. So first round pick for next year: Griffin Reinhart, Biggs, Terrell, and Cogliano. Will it go through? No, it didn't go through. Okay, so who on this list has very little trade value? It's Biggs and Terrell. So I'll take Terrell off. I think there were some defensemen in there that I saw that I like more of those other defensemen that I signed. Like, could Branson? No, Percy. That was one. Yeah, Pouliot and Percy both have pretty good trade value. I want to hold on to Pouliot though. Yeah, Percy I wouldn't mind trading away. Let's see what Stuart Percy's trade value is like. 89. Yeah, not bad. But again, actually, he's not. He's better than Griffin Reinhart. It looks like he's got more consistency, right? But no, I'd rather trade him. So let's see if that little trade value made it a little bit better. If not, Biggs will have to go for something else. All right. So will it go through? Oh, it did go through. Never mind. There's not much to deliberate about on this deal. I think the New York Islanders fans will think we came out ahead. So it cost some prospect defensemen that we signed in the free agency. It cost a first-round pick for next year's draft, which is a big one, right? But we have some prospects in the future. That's the big one of that trade right there, the first-round pick for next year, okay? If I could have made that trade without making that move, then I would have liked to do that, but I'm banking on the fact that we'll be a good team, so it's not the end of the world, all right? So, welcome Casey Cizikas to our team, and we didn't have to trade away anybody except for Terrell. We got rid of Terrell, right? Or no, we held on to him because of, what's his name? Oh, shit, whatever. It's going to get Percy, yeah. But we're okay. Okay, so I think our team is that much better now because of that trade. Is there anyone I can send down to the minors? Yeah, I can. What the hell? Hang on. Bickle, get back up here. I got to figure out. I got too many players up here, it looks like. So, defenseman, I'm going to have to do best lines again anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right there. How many forwards do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How do I... What? Oh, yeah, because Kapitanos. Right. Bitko might have to be the guy who sits out here. Oh, no, Terrell. How many centers do I have? Yeah, I got enough. Yeah. Okay, so Terrell, you're going to be the one who's sent down to the minors. All right, yep, that's about it. Very nice. I'm not going to go best lines. I don't want to change up anything. Let me just get all this back in there. So, Cizikas. Is that how you say his name? Cizikas? I think it is. I was reading your comments. You guys were correcting me. Cizikas. You got to come up with a nickname for him now as well. All right, so Cizikas, you go in there. Where is he? There he is. All right, now Matthias down to the fourth line, Shore down to the third line, and Casey Cizikas alongside of McCallick and Mueller. All right, that's a nice trade right there, I must say. I like the way our wait, let me go back. I like the way our top 5 offense looks now. That 86 there just looks a lot better than the 83, and then the 83 on the third line looks a lot better, right? So I think that's a huge upgrade for our team right there. Morgan Riley, yeah, we're gonna leave all that stuff the same. Power play, no, Cizikas, you're going in there. All right, there you go. Help that out. Four-man power play. I'll leave Mueller and McCallick. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to change that. Penalty kill. You know what? Screw that. Yeah. I'm going to go. No. I'll let them. Yeah, because Mueller's actually a center. He can hold it down. Penalty kill. All right, so Shore, you're off the penalty kill. All right, Cizikas is in there, and he's going to bring that amazing defensive category to that second line power penalty kill now, all right? And he's going to play alongside Hartikainen. Hartikainen is 79. Hang on, is he dropped? No, his defensive awareness 85, shot blocking 87, stick checking 90. I mean, they're going to be a nice tandem there on the PK, all right? And then Huberdeau and Cizikas right there. It's still going to be Jonathan Huberdeau up front because Hubes, he's got a pretty good defensive category for penalty killing himself. I mean, 90, 84, 88, right? It's good enough. So, and he's our captain, so he's going to get it done up there. Cizikas is going to be a solid second. And what I'm going to do also is the extra attacker is not going to be Ekblad anymore. It's going to be Cizikas because this guy can play everywhere. Offense, defense, penalty kill, which is the big one. All right, I want him there. All right, so there you go. There's the changes that we made. I don't think we have to make any changes to the San Antonio Rampage, who are doing amazing right now, right? Let me just check out their record again. These guys are absolutely doing filthy for us. Let's see here. Yeah, 54-3. So we'll let the AHL team just dominate so that maybe Mantha and Barkov can have outstanding years and grow for next year. Because look at Barkov, 45 assists, Mantha, 32 goals. They're clearly NHL ready, right? So next year for sure. All right, you know what? Hang on one second here. Let me blow my nose. All right, that's better. So let's get the rest of the regular season done in this video. We got 2, 4, 8, 12... Whoa, 16, oh my god, 19, 21 games remaining. So we got 21 games remaining. Plenty of time still to really have a good regular season. We can get to 57 wins, right? I mean, that's not going to happen, but we can win that President's Trophy. No doubt about it. So we got 80 points on the regular season. We are 3 points behind the Phoenix Coyotes and Laurent Dauphin, or whatever his damn name is. Let's see if we can win that President's this year on the shoulders of Casey Cizikas, all right? Well, not the shoulders, but he's in there. We got the same goaltending duel that we have, rotating goalies, and the first line, and no, the third line's changed, but the first line is unchanged, okay? The first line is tearing it up this year as well, plus minus wise, points wise, all that good stuff. So let's see what our team can do here. Remember now, Casey Cizikas is not necessarily going to make us score more goals, it's our goals against. So I want to keep an eye on our goals against for the next, or for the rest of the regular season. I know it may not matter every single game, but first 2 games, all right, 1 goal against and a shutout. Could be coincidence, absolutely. I'm not going to jump on it just yet, but I want to see what our penalty kill percentage, what it gets up to by the end of the year. I think we were hovering around 80-something%, like 81, 82%, maybe back down to 79, I forget. But there's no reason why our penalty kills should not be better now, okay? I know I'm not saying that we should win every game, but I truly feel like that trade upgraded our team in every category. 5-on-5 goals, 5-on-5 goals against, special teams, all right, power play, penalty kill, everything. Hopefully he doesn't get injured in the playoffs, though. That would suck after all this, all right? But if this guy turns out to be a big-time player for us, we might have to think of a future for him here in Quebec City. Only 29 years old, remember. He's on like the same kind of game plan as a Jordan Eberle would be, right? That kind of thing. So there's still plenty of time for him as long as we can sign him in the next 2 years to a good deal. Is that our first loss there since? Yeah, I think it is. Jesus. So we had a pretty good stretch right there. Oh, 2 in a row now. That's not what I like to see, boys. Come on now. Get back in that winning column. Colorado Avalanche, they got a pretty good record there. Come on, 40, 22, and 8. You guys can beat them. Don't lose again. There you go. All right, so we had 2 losses. We can get back to it. Yuri Kapitanov leading our team in goals with 30. Jonathan Huberdeau, no one expected anyone different there. 51 assists. I want to see where Jordan Eberle is. Don't think he's going to be a 40-goal scorer. But this year he had more assists than goals. So, you know, it's all working out there down there on the first line. All right, so I think that's 3 losses now out of the 21 games that we had. That's pretty good so far. Still some games remaining. There you go. There's another win. I'm just keeping an eye on the losses and the goals against. So far, you know what? We've been pretty good. It could just be coincidence, though. I'm going to keep on saying that. All right, could be coincidence. Because if we were losing games, you sure as hell I'd be saying that it's coincidence. See, there's a game we lost 6-2. So that's one of those games I want to get rid of. The games that we allow way too many goals. I don't mind losing games. But, yeah, like that's a game where, okay, our offense didn't score. But our defense now, man, we should be real good defensively. PK, I want to check it out at the end here. So that's, what, 5 losses in 21 games? It's still not that bad. Come on, keep her going now. Just have a good end to the season. 50 wins would be nice. There's another loss. 6 losses. Scouting assignments. The QMJHL forward, right? Because, yeah, if I need to make a big-time trade this year to replace McCallick, we might have to take a look at that guy. So 4 games remaining. This is perfect. We can check it out. So 4 games remaining. It's possible that we get to 50 points, all right? I mean, 50 wins. We're not going to have as good as a regular season as we had last year with 114. Doesn't look like that, all right? But that's okay. We can still have a really good, solid ending. So 102 points. The Tampa Bay Lightning are beating us by 3, and the Phoenix Coyotes are beating us by 8. So, I mean, we have to win every single game. They have to lose every single game, and only then we tie them, right? So I don't think we're going to win the Presidents this year. Yeah, we had a little bit of a bad stretch towards the end here, like 1 loss, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 losses. Yeah, 6 losses out of 21 games. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, right? 6 losses out of 17 games, not horrible. But come on, don't make it 10 losses out of 21, because then it's only a 2-to-1 ratio. Have a good end to the season here, all right? So here we go. Come on, boys. Get to 50 wins. That's what I'd like to see. Out of the last 4 games, can we win 3? Get to 50 wins, and that takes us to 108 points. That's a really good regular season. Not as good as the years before, but still, it's a good finish. I'd be happy with it. And maybe we can beat the Tampa Bay Lightning if they have a bad end to the season. There's a loss to the Carolina Hurricanes. Don't worry about it, though. All right, we had a good season this year. Just didn't get that, I think, the overtime losses compared to last year. Well, we'll take a look at the tracker. Oh, another loss. All right, so finished the year with a little bit of a bad taste in the mouth. All right, so what's the last game of the season going to be? All right, at least we went off in a win. Didn't get that 50-win season, but 49, 25, and 8, still pretty good. All right, but this team is built for a playoff run, abso-freaking-lutely. All right, so let's see where we sit in the standings. 106 points on the season, and that is good enough for 5th in the NHL, okay? So, not the greatest. There are better teams out there than us. I think I know why. There's little things on our team that we could improve on, but still, a pretty good year for the Quebec City Ace Nordiques, all right? So, let's simulate up ahead here, and we got the Buffalo Sabres and Ryan Miller. Once again, when did we face them last year? Was it round 2? Round 3? I think it was round 2. Right? We beat them in 5 games. So once again, we got another elite goalie to face here in the first round of the playoffs. So let's take a look at all the season stats here and see who did what for us. So Stats Central, team standings. Let's see who or what our goals against was towards the end of the year here. So goals for per game, we are first in the NHL. See, that's what I mean. That's why I didn't want to change our first line, our power play, all that stuff. Cizikas goes in, and he's going into a team that can already score a lot of goals, so he brings his defensive category. That should make the team better. So even with Cizikas, we didn't fall out of first in the goals for per game category, all right? So that's good news. Goals against per game, though, down there at 9th. Now, I think that's just because of the whole first part of the season, but if you're first for goals against and 9th for goals for on the way up, that's good enough for me, all right? Power play percentage, 9th in the NHL. Penalty kill, let's see this. Penalty kill percentage, I think that was on its way up. 82.7 might be the highest I've ever seen it this year. I saw it at 79. I saw it at 81, I believe, right? So I think it's on its way up. You guys can let me know about that, but I think our penalty kill is fine. Our home record, 23, 14, and 4. Our away record, 26, 11, and 4. So we're good on the road, and that's what I mean. We lost. It's not like we lost it, but like 21 games from the trade deadline. It's not like you're going to go 21-0, right? We had like 8 losses or 9 losses in those 21 games, so it was a good end to the season, but like it was... I'm not going to say we lost. It was a good end to the season, whatever. It was a good end to the season. Just would have liked to win that President's Trophy. All right, so player stats for the season. Let's take a look. Now, we're not going to be able to judge Casey Cizikas that much, but let's take a look at Mueller and McCallick. Let's see how they finished the season, right? I think they were up at like 38 points, 41 points, something like that. So let's see how they did. So Jonathan Huberdeau, point-a-game season. Is this the first time in... No, we got a point-a-game season last year as well. 86 points, second time in a row, so this guy's a stud. Jordan Eberle, 73 points, boys. What happened this year? He got his goals, and he actually had 43 assists as well. Plus 34, 73 points. This guy's a stud, 29 years old. He's a stud. McCallick. All right, this guy, it looks like his last year of play. 2 potential, 35 years old, but I'm glad I held on to him, all right? 51 points on that second line, so he did his job. Oh, excuse me. he did his job, and he was a +3, which took the hit from the beginning of the season, but we can sort that out. Our newest addition, Casey Cizikas, 50 points on the year, -7. Don't worry about that. That's coming from the Islanders, all right? Here on the Quebec City Ace Nordiques, he's going to have a good playoff run. Peter Mueller only had 47 points this year as a -2, so the second line could have been doing better, but they did get the points, they did get the goals for, and that's why we're the number one team for goals for in the NHL. Shore, 40 points. He trailed off because he got moved down to the third line. Matthias, 24. Archicane, 20. Clifford, all right, all these guys. Show you the plus-minus for these guys. All right. Yeah, so everybody except for the first line, they are allowing more goals than they're scoring. Defenseman, all right, so Kapitanov led our team in points this year with 87. All right, this guy's a stud. And led our team in goals. All right, so this guy's getting it done up there, absolutely. Ekblad, oh my God, Ekblad, 60 points for Ekblad, Jesus. Morgan Riley, 46 points, all right. Our defense had a great year this year, absolutely. Ekblad and Riley, man, these guys are studs together. And then last but not least, goaltenders, there it is. Eddie Ladylak had a pretty good regular season. I mean, I think years before he had a lower goals against average, right? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the 2 years where he had really, like last year, 2.13, right? A lot better regular season. But you know what? I'm not going to harp on that. He's got to start the playoffs, and then when he starts to lose, Markstrom goes in, all right? That's our routine, basically. Oh, yeah. Let me just show you guys the stats for the rest of the teams in the playoffs. We'll check out the goaltenders, even though I got to start up a new GM mode for the rotating goalies to have an effect. Yeah, because I think in this one they're still all over the place. Let's see, just quickly. NHL goals for. So, yeah, my goalie's at the top. The next goalie, Jonathan Quick, 57. All right, yeah. So it's still screwed up the goalies in this one, but don't worry, that'll be fixed for the next GM mode. All skaters. All right, so let's see who had the most goals. Is it Dauphin? No, this time it was Jonathan Drouin with 45. Dauphin with 42, but he had the 43 assists this year, so he had the assist to make it up. All right, there's your top 8 assists. Let's see this one. Nikita Kucherov, he's playing on the line with Stamkos and Drouin probably. That line is just tearing it up. Yeah, oh my God, look, they're the top goal scoring. 103 points. They're probably leading the league. Yeah, like Drouin, 103, Stamkos, 92, and Kucherov, 92. Jesus, what a filthy line. But Jonathan Huberdeau's down there, all right? He is up there with 6th in the NHL, so that's good for us. Let's see, defenseman doesn't count for Kapitanov. Ekblad, all right, so Ekblad was the best defenseman in the NHL this year. Good for us. All right, so there you go. There's the stats. I'll show you guys the AHL team quickly again. 65, 4-4, so they're tearing it up down there in San Antonio. And last but not least, Stats Central playoff tree. We'll just see who's in the playoffs this year. So they're over in the Western Conference. Phoenix is up against Dallas. We'll keep an eye on the Phoenix Coyotes. And us in the East, the Tampa Bay Lightning are back in there now. All right, so our rival, the Tampa Bay Lightning, up there against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got the Buffalo Sabres, and I don't see the Washington Capitals in there, who have become a rival, but the Carolina Hurricanes are down there. But the Tampa Bay Lightning, they've been the team that kicked us out in what? In years, oh man, I forget. The year before we won the Stanley Cup, and then the year between the 2 Stanley Cups, right? Last year when we won the Stanley Cup again, they just didn't make the playoffs. So I want to keep an eye on the Tampa Bay Lightning. They got the 3 of the top 6 or top 5 goal scorers in the NHL this year. First in the Eastern Conference. I definitely want to keep an eye on them. They're the team to beat in the Eastern Conference this year, all right? But here we go. Year 7, we're in the Stanley Cup Finals again. Can we win the Stanley Cup the 3rd time in 4 years? If we win it 3 in 4 years, boys, I think that's a dynasty. I think officially that's a dynasty, all right? So in the next video, we got round 1 against the Buffalo Sabres. I will see you guys there, and wish us luck.